The American middle class, once a symbol of prosperity and stability, is facing a silent crisis, a mountain of debt. This debt is not just a number on a spreadsheet, it represents the dreams deferred and the stress endured by countless families. Imagine this. The average American household carries over $98,000 in consumer debt. That's credit cards, auto loans, and more. This staggering amount of debt is a heavy burden that affects every aspect of their lives. Student loans, the works. It's a relentless cycle that seems impossible to break free from.
This isn't just about numbers, it's about real families struggling to stay afloat. We're delaying retirement, skipping vacations, and making sacrifices that affect our quality of life. The stress is palpable, and lying awake at night, worrying about how to make ends meet. The constant anxiety takes a toll on mental and physical health, creating a ripple effect that impacts every family member. The American dream for many is turning into a debt nightmare. The promise of a better life is overshadowed by the looming threat of financial ruin.
We're seeing families across the country grappling with this issue. It's not confined to one region or demographic, it's a widespread problem that affects millions. Take Sarah and John from Ohio. They both work full-time jobs, but after paying their mortgage, car loans, and student loans, there's hardly anything left. Their story is a microcosm of a larger issue. They both work full-time jobs, but after paying their mortgage, car loans, and student loans, there's hardly anything left. They are constantly making tough choices, deciding which bills to pay and which to delay. They're stuck in a cycle of debt, constantly juggling bills and making tough choices. The stress and uncertainty are a constant presence in their lives. Their story is not unique. It's a stark reminder that the middle-class dream is increasingly out of reach for many Americans. The struggle to maintain a decent standard of living is becoming more difficult with each passing day. It's a stark reminder that the middle-class dream is increasingly out of reach for many Americans. The hope of owning a home, sending kids to college, and retiring comfortably is slipping away.
This isn't just a personal problem, it's an economic one. When families are burdened with debt, they have less money to spend on goods and services, which slows down the entire economy. When families are burdened with debt, they have less money to spend, which slows down the entire economy. This reduced spending affects businesses, leading to lower revenues and potential closures. Businesses suffer, jobs are lost, and the cycle continues. The economic impact of middle-class debt is far-reaching, affecting not just individual families but the nation as a whole.
We need to address this issue head-on, not just for the sake of struggling families, but for the health of our nation as a whole. The well-being of the middle class is crucial for a stable and thriving economy. The question is, how did we get here? What are the underlying causes of this surge in middle-class debt? Understanding the root causes is the first step towards finding solutions. What's driving this surge in middle-class debt? Is it stagnant wages, rising costs of living, or something else entirely? These are questions that need answers. Let's delve deeper into some of the key factors contributing to this crisis. By understanding the complexities of the issue, we can begin to formulate strategies to alleviate the burden on the middle class and restore the American dream. One word: temptation. It's everywhere, lurking in every corner of our digital lives. Everywhere you turn, there's a new gadget, a must-have outfit, a bigger TV whispering promises of a better life. The allure of the latest technology or fashion can be hard to resist. Buy now, pay later services like Affirm, Klarna, and Afterpay have made it easier than ever to give in to those temptations. These services are designed to make purchasing decisions feel less burdensome. They dangle the allure of instant gratification, allowing you to buy that new phone or designer handbag with just a few clicks, splitting the cost into manageable installments. It feels like a win-win situation. Sounds great, right? Well, not so fast. There are hidden pitfalls that many don't consider.
The problem is, these manageable installments can quickly add up. What seems like a small, easy-to-handle payment can multiply when you have several of them. It's easy to lose track of how much you're spending when you're not swiping a physical credit card. The digital nature of these transactions can make it feel less real. You might be approved for multiple BNPL plans at once, leading to a tangled web of payments that's difficult to manage. Each plan might seem manageable on its own, but together they can become overwhelming. Before you know it, you're drowning in debt, facing late fees and interest charges that can quickly spiral out of control. The initial convenience turns into a financial nightmare.
And here's the kicker, these companies are often targeting younger consumers, many of whom are new to credit and don't fully grasp the potential consequences. The appeal of spreading out payments can be particularly strong for those with limited financial experience. A recent study found that nearly 40% of Gen Z and millennial BNPL users have missed at least one payment. This statistic highlights the risk of falling behind on payments. That's a recipe for disaster, as missed payments can damage credit scores, making it harder to rent an apartment, secure a loan, or even get a job in the future. The long-term impact on financial health can be severe.
While BNPL services can be convenient for some, they're a slippery slope for others. The ease of use can mask the potential for financial trouble. It's crucial to understand the terms and conditions, use these services responsibly, and prioritize your financial well-being over instant gratification. Educating oneself about the true cost of these services is essential. Remember, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Always approach such offers with caution and a clear understanding of the potential risks involved.
Imagine opening your mailbox to find a bill for thousands of dollars, claiming you owe money for an account you never opened. The shock and confusion can be overwhelming, leaving you wondering how this could have happened. That's the nightmare scenario facing millions of Americans grappling with phantom debt. These unexpected and often erroneous debts can wreak havoc on your peace of mind and financial stability. This occurs when errors in credit reporting or outright fraud lead to inaccurate information on your credit report, potentially damaging your financial future. Such inaccuracies can lower your credit score, making it difficult to secure loans or even get a job.
A recent report by Wells Fargo exposed a disturbing trend. Millions of Americans are being haunted by debts they don't actually owe. This issue is not just limited to one bank. It's a widespread problem affecting many financial institutions. The bank acknowledged that it had wrongly foreclosed on hundreds of homeowners due to software glitches and errors in calculating payments. These mistakes have led to devastating consequences for many families. These mistakes have real-life consequences, leading to damaged credit scores, difficulty securing loans, and in some cases, even bankruptcy. The emotional and financial toll can be immense, and in some cases, even bankruptcy. Families are left to pick up the pieces, often with little recourse or support.
Phantom debt can stem from various sources, including identity theft, clerical errors, and even debt collectors attempting to collect on debts that have already been paid or discharged in bankruptcy. The complexity of these issues can make them difficult to resolve. And even debt collectors attempting to collect on debts that have already been paid or discharged in bankruptcy. This can lead to a never-ending cycle of stress and frustration. The problem is compounded by the fact that many consumers are unaware of their rights when it comes to credit reporting. They may not know that they have the right to dispute errors and demand corrections. They may not know how to dispute errors, leaving them vulnerable to the devastating impact of inaccurate information. This lack of knowledge can lead to prolonged financial hardship.
It's crucial to regularly review your credit reports from all three major credit bureaus: Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. Regular monitoring can help you catch errors early and take action before they cause significant damage. Look for any discrepancies, such as accounts you don't recognize, incorrect balances, or late payments that you know you made on time. These red flags can indicate errors Debt requires vigilance, proactive monitoring, and knowing your rights as a consumer. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and take action to safeguard your financial future.